Hi guys, it's January the 21st, Sunday. It's about 7:30 and we are on our way to St. Thomas. Our first stop though will be at the King's Chapel Church in Kingston, and that's in front of Bellevue, where we will perform for about 5 minutes. Then we will all be on our way heading to St. Thomas. Welcome to the Magnificent Troopers Drum and Bugle Corps, the official Reggae Boys, Reggae Girls marching band. Stay tuned. So we were all up from about 4:30 a.m. Getting set to go on another trip, especially to St. Thomas, which is a good distance from St. Catherine. Getting something warm at home, and most of all, making sure that we did not leave any of our equipment at home, especially our white socks and t-shirts, female stocking, and it goes on. Then coming to Spanish Town and then catching is a taxi or a bus to come up by Police Academy, which is at Twickenham Park, and is now with the new name, the National Police College of Jamaica, where we would have to pack our instruments on the vehicle, fall in and check off and make sure that we're not leaving anything at our base, especially instrument, mouthpiece, sticks, flares, and just totally having check-in in terms of number to make sure that we account for everybody returning back to Spanish Town, our base. Jamaica is so beautiful, and it is always a pleasure for the Magnificent Troopers Drum and Bugle Corps to be going from parishes to parishes, from town to town, learning the history of that town, learning, new sites within the different towns and parishes, and the heritage, the richness of those towns. Now, especially for our younger members who have never leave Spanish Town or, the parish of St. Catherine. It is so exciting for them, especially when they would read or hear certain names of places like Flatbridge and Kingston Wharf, places that they have never seen before. Now you can see the excitement on them, especially when they are going across Flatbridge for the very first time. Flatbridge have a great history, especially heading now to St. Thomas, where a lot of these guys have, only heard, especially the kids, learning where Yalas is for the first time, have a view roundabout, Bull Bay, and it goes on, the home of, the town of one of our reggae stars, Popcorn. So the marching band give these kids tour and give them a wide view of Jamaica and show them how beautiful Jamaica is. We're now traveling on the ferry highway, guys. And if you remember back then, there would be miles of traffic, especially coming into Spanish Town, way back to Riverton City, 3 Mile, and as far as back to Spanish Town Road. Even up to Duane Park, there would be, traffic heading into Spanish Town. But the road is so beautiful now. Wider space, both going into Spanish Town and heading into town, with a new overhead pass heading into Portmore. So there's less traffic, which is beautiful. Magnificent Troopers has always been red and white. Our primary colors has always been red and white over the years, and gold. But at times we would represent companies. So if you do see the marching band, for example, wearing blue or green or orange, yes, it's the Magnificent Troopers. Make no doubt about that. But we would wear those colors, especially when we are performing or representing a company and they want us to wear their brand. We would represent. Playing for the Reggae Boys and representing the Reggae Boys, especially now, is the Jamaica color, and that is black, green, and gold. And so we do wear the color of the national flag to represent the Jamaica flag and to represent Jamaica on a whole, giving our support to the reggae boys, to the reggae girls, and giving our support to the full team. Go Troopers! So we'll be passing Riverton in a few, heading up to 3 Mile, then continuing on Spanish Town Road, straight downtown past Tivoli. And yes, at times, especially when going so far, we do have to have our stop where we get a little food. Definitely have to get a little food. You know, we Jamaican, we have to have with snack, we have to have with lunch. But we have to do this with sufficient time to pack again, leave on time to reach our destination, where we would unload, get some fresh air, change, run through. In terms of if it is a performance, we would have to find time to just a pre-run through, and if it is a tribute, we would have enough time to rehearse that tribute before presenting. Now, what the marching band does for a lot of these kids, especially at the young age, 12, 13, 14, it teaches them punctuality, especially for being on time. Whether it's coming to the marching band, whether it's going to school, to church, whatever function it is that these kids need to be on time. The band does teach them about punctuality, commitment, and most of all, teamwork. Teamwork is a must within your community, within your school, and especially within a marching band. And leadership. At these ages, 12, 13, these kids learn about being a leader. Because a lot of these kids within the marching band have their own team. And it's a junior team. They have their own team. Whether it's a mellophone line, whether they're a dancer, whether they are a side drummer, they have their own team that they give command, that they are in charge of. Okay guys, so we're now passing Red Stripe beer. You know, a lot of Jamaican love them beer. And right beside Red Stripe beer now you would have Excelsior. And Excelsior back then, they do like Excelsior biscuit and water crackers and so forth. Excelsior back then used to host the Labor Day fun with marching band back then. And that was in downtown, and that was a beautiful event for marching band. That was a beautiful, and they did great in terms of hosting that event. Now we're heading up to 3 Mile, and again 3 Mile. Back then there would be so much traffic, so much traffic. It is a four-way. It still is a four-way, but now it has an overhead bridge that carries straight over to Spanish Town Road, as well as you can drive on the lower part. You can head round to Wharf. You know, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. As you can see, we are getting a view now of the Kingston Wharf. Not bright enough, but you can see where the Kingston Wharf is. So we're basically heading on Spanish Town Road now, and that is one of the joy of being in marching band, especially at a young age, because I remember being a part of Magnificent Troopers at the age of 12 years old. I did not know these parishes or places across Jamaica. I mean, it has changed a lot now in terms of road infrastructure and so forth, but the marching band is doing the same for them as it has done for me back then, and and that is, bringing these kids across Jamaica, letting them get to know places, like I said before, meeting people. As a marching band here in Jamaica, we're so proud and honored to be a nation that provides and produces some of the best talents across the world in their own field and legends in their own rights, such as like Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Bunny Wailer, the I Trees, Being a Man, Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaac. Now we have Bolt, who has leave his mark upon the world. Ricky Trooper, one of our top selectors over the decade. And the list just goes on from these beautiful parishes within Jamaica. It just goes to show you that, them have a saying, we're little bit, but we tell about. And as a marching band, Magnificent Troopers has been and still is one of the top marching band across Jamaica. And we continue to work for excellence, continue to learn each day and to better our craft. Now, another icon and a legend within his own right, the late Deputy Superintendent of Police, Mr. Lloyd Anthony Thomas, who have left his mark and impact within the Jump Corps fraternity. Mr. Winston Wolcock, late Deputy Superintendent of Police as well. We salute you both. We salute you both from the Magnificent Troopers. Going to St. Thomas over the years, the Magnificent Troopers has been showered with nothing but love and respect from the St. Thomas people. And we've been doing this for a couple of years. Good. So is the other parishes, but we're definitely talking about St. Thomas. I've been showered, man, with nothing but love and respect. And I've been requested over the years to return back to St. Thomas for, a lot of engagements. A lot of engagement. So just big up the St. Thomas people, big up the St. Thomas people, big up the artist Popcorn for, just bringing light to St. Thomas in positive way, in a lot of positive way, and all the persons in St. Thomas. But most of all, much respect from the Magnificent Troopers crew to the St. Thomas people, the parish of St. Thomas.